What up, chat? It's your boy Power XL Official, and we're back again with some more content. We're gonna hit up some crazy news here. Trump has called in reinforcements, so we're gonna look at that. Then we're gonna get back into high on life, and we're gonna get high. Let's get it. Oh yeah, let's do it. This shit looks real. National Guard, stand out.
Happen? Guess what? Once again,
Happened. It has
right.
begun.
It's happening. That's right. Trump is deploying the National Guard to 19 states.
Yep.
Oh.
President Trump's crime crackdown sweeping the nation. After deploying the National Guard to Washington, D.C., now the White House plans to extend its effort across 19 states.
Wow.
All with the goal of curbing crime and supporting immigration enforcement.
That's a lot.
To start with.
We'll talk to Republican Congressman Pat Fallon in just a moment. Plus, an illegal alien accused of killing 3 people in a truck accident is due in court today. What he's facing as yet another illegal alien, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, was set free. And
they set him free, but do you know what they're going to do with him? They might be sending him to Uganda. Why? I have no idea. But he might be going to Uganda. That's right.
Uganda.
We're getting new details this morning on the raid of former National Security Advisor John Bolton's home and office. So what was the FBI looking for and why? Welcome to Fox News Live, everybody. I'm Kevin Corke in the nation's capital. We begin at the White House just across the road where the president wrapped up a fairly busy week. I think it's easy to say.
I would say so.
Lucas Tomlinson joins us from the North Lawn. Hey, LT.
Good morning, Kevin. We just received some new numbers. Over 2,000 National Guardsmen are this morning patrolling the streets of Washington, D.C. This comes as the D.C.
I heard that the crime went down when they did that. It turns out that having people patrolling the streets makes people stop committing crimes. Can you believe that? That's crazy, right? Wow.
Yep.
Force we know is over 800 cops short, and those National Guardsmen are coming from a number of states, part of President Trump's crackdown on crime here in the nation's capital. And yesterday in the White House, the president says they could be going to other cities in the future.
Thank God.
We're going to make our cities very, very safe. Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent. And we'll straighten that one out probably next. So I think Chicago will be our next.
He got to do that.
With New York.
So Chicago and New York, Kevin. Now, for context,
2024 murder rates, Washington, D.C. was 27% versus L.A. was 7%. That's pretty bad.
Last year, the murder rate in D.C. was
bad.
on par with Chicago.
That's real
and
bad.
Nearly 4 times higher than Los Angeles and nearly 6 times higher than New York, as you can see there. And you mentioned off the top, 1,700 National Guard members will be sent to 19 states. That's less than 100 per state. The White House says they will be helping DHS with clerical support and
literally 100 guys, and that's it.
Other logistical tasks for processing illegal aliens at ICE facilities. Now, speaking of law enforcement, yesterday FBI agents raided the home of Trump's former National Security Advisor, John Bolton, outside Washington, his home in Montgomery County, Maryland. And FBI agents were also seen in his office, the one he rents here in Washington, carrying boxes of documents, likely searching for classified information. Yesterday, the president admitted he's not a fan of Bolton, who wrote a book criticizing Trump after Bolton left the White House.
What a surprise. Of course they're getting rid of him.
I'm not a fan of John Bolton. I thought he was a sleazebag, actually. And he suffers major Trump derangement syndrome.
Trump derangement syndrome.
In the White House, Trump revoked the security clearance from Bolton and also took away his protective detail. And we've also learned the FBI director yesterday during that raid.
It's that mustache, man. That's what gets him.
Tweeted that no one is above the law and said the FBI is on mission, Kevin.
I said in the new forward to the paperback edition of my book, I think it is a retribution presidency.
This retarded walrus on Ozempic needs to shut the fuck up and stop trying to get us into wars. We've had enough of your shit. Just fucking retire. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody likes you.
And that security clearance was
pulled
after the president returned to office, and that also came at the same time. He had some threats on his life from Iranian officials. Of course, Bolton had a lot to do with that strike on Qasem Soleimani. Kevin?
That he did. LTE on the North Lawn. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. The president, meantime, calling it a miracle, saying D.C. is safe again.
It is a miracle. And then so those are all of the states that he's sending the National Guard to. Fucking finally. Oh my God. I don't know why did they like what are you doing? You're just sitting around doing nothing? Thank God.
He cracked down on crime right here in the nation's capital. And now that effort is actually expanding across the country. Texas Republican Congressman Pat Fallon is here with us this afternoon. This morning. It is great to have you with us. This is one of those situations, frankly, anything that we can do to make it safer for citizens like us or for visitors in particular, I think is a very strong move by this White House.
Nah, it's not even for you, man. Like it's for, because like these guys are doing great, right? I mean, they're on TV. They're probably making multiple six figures, right? It's the people that live in like the $50,000 a year areas. Those are the ones that are getting terrorized. Those are the ones that are having a bad time. And those are the ones they need to really protect. And so like, these guys obviously, like, everybody deserves to be safe. But the real ones in danger aren't really them. It's those people.
No, not at all.
That's it.
Yeah, where they get moved in next to.
Bold action. I mean, consider that the chairman of the police union in D.C.
I'm just saying.
has admitted and shared
that
they were told to downgrade serious crimes like shootings and carjackings to lesser crimes. And even with D.C. cooking the books on their crime statistics, you're 3.5 times more likely to be killed in D.C. than you were in 2012 when a serious crime is committed. And from 2018 to 2023, carjackings are up 550%. So things are
550%? They got them Kia boys over there, huh?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Out of control, and thank goodness President Trump has taken these, again, bold actions.
Yeah, bold actions, and in particular, when you look at the numbers, I mean, you talk about homicides, none for several days, over a week. I mean, this again.
So wait, you telling me that you telling me that you just put up a bunch of people to uphold the law, and then everybody stopped killing each other?
Wow.
Why did they not think of the what? So are you telling me that you could just not?
They couldn't figure it out.
You could do that?
They could not figure it out.
You telling me you can just go and do that? Oh my God.
Apparently.
The little slow march toward what we should expect in our nation's capital, quite frankly. There's absolutely no reason
dude.
It's only partially true. We should be expecting this everywhere. It should be everywhere.
To get mugged, or carjacked, or assaulted just because you live here. And so I think this is great action. I think most Americans can agree with that as long as they don't have TDS. Meantime, in your home state of Texas, the state Senate there actually passed a GOP-drawn congressional map, paving the way, as you know, for 5 more seats.
They need to do that, bro. They need to gerrymander the shit out of that thing. Like, if I was the Republicans right now, I would be gerrymandering fucking everything. I would be rigging this shit as hard as I could. I would be sitting there drawing up, like, this would be the way I would do it, right? You got like, you got the state. Let's say this is the state, okay? I'd be saying, like, yeah, bro, like, this is really, yep. And then you got this one over here, and yep. And that's right, boys. Like, these are the ones. Yep. Oh, actually, wait a second. Let me do it the right color. Got him. And that, bro, I'd be clowning on this shit. I'd be doing this as much as I possibly could. The state, yeah, I'd be cheating, bro.
President, without question, praising that effort. But I have a 3-part question. Why do it? Could this be a harbinger of things to come across the country? And is that a good thing?
It is a very good thing.
Okay, so that's a great question. All fair questions. Why do it? If you look at, and let's just talk data, and no spin, because Newsom, all Gavin Newsom was good at is slicking his hair back and spinning. So if you take the 5
his hair back and
states
spinning,
completely controlled by Democrats, which
he's also good at cheating on his wife.
California, Washington, Illinois, New York, and New Jersey.
Spinning on that
17 congressional seats in those 5 states. And 93 of them were Democratic seats and only 24 Republican. That's a 79% to 21% ratio. If you take the 5 largest red seats, red states rather, Texas.
No, they ain't a cheat. Actually, it's not really cheating. Like, is gerrymandering cheating? Like, ethically it is, but technically it's not, so they should cheat. They do it. Like, that's why I would be cheating like crazy. I'd be cheating. I'd be going as hard as I possibly could. Yeah, you should have never had the rule. Yeah, everybody does it. Yeah.
Tennessee, Georgia, Ohio, and Florida, there's 104 seats.
Right.
And that ratio is 72-32 for 69 to 31%. So the Democrats were very good at gerrymandering. In fact, very effectively, because we had 5 million more votes, GOP candidates for Congress in 2024, and we almost lost the House. So all this is doing is slightly rebalancing the scales. It's still skewed.
No, you don't do that. Stop it. Stop being a bitch. Stop being a pussy. No. You change this shit to where instead of you're ahead by like 5, you are ahead by 105. Like, it's like fucking 103 versus 250. Like, totally rig this shit. Totally put this, like, bro, put them on their fucking back. True. That's what you do. Exactly. Go all the way. Because the thing is, here's the thing. If you don't do that, they'll do it. They'll do it. You have to do it. Yeah, it's not even that you want to do it. You have to do it.
In the Democrats' favor.
Yep.
So to say that this is a threat on democracy is ludicrous in the absolute definition of hyperbole.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you mentioned that, because if you really get down to brass tacks here, if all the GOP-led states decide to do just what Illinois and California have done, you could see a major swing in the balance of power here in the nation's capital. And a lot of people feel like you have to make this happen now, especially when you consider what's been happening.
If the Supreme Court, yes, the Voting Rights Act, yes, which had like different like minority areas, if they overturn that, bro, I actually think Clarence Thomas is going to do that fucking, Lincoln Park directed by Michael Bay at the end of his career. He's going to fucking get rid of that, and he's going to retire. That's what's going to happen. He's going to get rid of it. It's going to be beautiful. Plus 100 Republican seats. That's it. Make it illegal to be a Democrat. Done.
Previous elections, if this happens before the midterms, I tell you, Katie barred the door. The GOP could be in very good shape for the final 2 years of this term of President Trump. Finally, I want to ask you about the raid on former National Security Advisor John Bolton's home and office. The president said he had
This is some other shit, but like, let me see if I find the rest of this. This is not really as important. But anyway, I'll talk a little bit about the Trump deploys National Guard. Like, that's really the main thing I want to talk about. This is about that, again, fucking walrus. I don't want to think about him anymore. And so just real quick, you guys can see this. And you've got right now, Trump is ordering the National Guard into 19 fucking states. I have 2 words for you, Kent State. You got another. Now, what is this right here? This is another Karen. This is another Karen that's trying to invoke some sort of bad thing that happened in the past. Well, because we had a crime that happened a long time ago, now we're not allowed to have any more laws. That's right, guys, because something bad happened in 1969. All the laws are canceled now. Sorry, that's the way it is. Why can't he send National Guard to New York? I don't know. I think he should. I think he should send it everywhere. Absolutely. But anyway, yeah, that's apparently what's happening. And so they're going to be sending National Guard apparently to fucking everywhere. And it's going to 19 different states to assist in deportations and fighting crime. In my opinion, I think this is a good start. That's it. That's a good start, but that's not it. Like, this is only the beginning. Yeah, that's
only
really what I'm thinking about. Is that I hope that they keep going with this and they never let off the brakes.
They just got to keep pushing
as much as they possibly can, because if they don't, they're going to be having some bad times. I'll say that for sure. Yeah, Law and Order is back.
Believe it.
Yeah, I mean, imagine being against, fucking people committing, like, getting arrested for crime. What is the Uniparty? It's everybody that agrees with me. Obviously.
Obviously. You know what it is. Let's get it. game is like a movie. It's taking a long time to load. Come on, man. That's got to be glitched. That's what I thought. What is going on? My internet. Let's see here. This internet is fucking trash right now. There's some kind of spike.